You know, I just had a really interesting odd thought. This is definitely a dream thought. I'm going to let you in on it as a special treat. So, there were 5 pieces to this key that I had to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, say in whatever country area you're in, you know, if there were fifths for like coins to make up a unit, a whole unit, like a dollar or a peso or whatever it might be in your country. Because I'm used to having something called a quarter, right, as the biggest coin. Well, I can't say the biggest coin, but normally the biggest coin that's a part of a dollar. I'm used to seeing a quarter as like the biggest coin piece that you usually have. But just say you had a fifth instead of, you know, because I'm used to quarters, would they be called fifths? And I think that might also get really confusing. Context, right? Just context. So say you liked to drink alcohol. You were using kind of both words in the same sentence. Fifths as the coin and a fifth of vodka or whiskey or something in the same sense. It'll all be from context. So I guess this kind of comes from my funny foray into thinking about English and languages strangely a bit, like just realizing certain quirks of language. Just the other day I was at work and had a random thought. It came from nowhere, just out of the blue. Like suddenly I realized that the word doing, okay, the word doing and the word doing, they're spelled the same. Like, so if you read them in written language, you wouldn't know which was which unless you knew by context, because the words aren't being spoken, right? Doing. Unless you read them specifically a certain way, you might not get that quite, you know, that sentence actually quite correct. And not that we would actually normally do that in English just to mess with people. I mean, most people wouldn't, I might, but you know. Even so, it just was an interesting thing, like, which one did you read first if you read it in a sentence together? Did you read the sound effect or did you read the verb? Because I would think the verb would be the normal one to know or hear more often, the more common one. So, doing and doing. Interesting, they're spelled the same. Just context and pronunciation. I don't know, just things like that. Funny quirks.